Monday, November 18th, and it was a good day. Picked the winner in the eighth race at PARX, but I wanted to start this video off by showing you a screenshot of my homepage on my website and encourage everybody to, uh, if you're not already a registered member of Breeding Winners, it's free to do so. And once you have a free membership, you can get my unique sire stats, broodmare sire stats, and trainer stats for the racetrack, in which I'm making a selection each day. So absolutely no cost whatsoever. Um, if you want my stats for a different racetrack, then they're $3 per track per day. And um, looking at the homepage at Breeding Winners, uh, the tab Browse by Category, you get there and you'll see um, race reports. You click on race reports and it'll show you all the tracks that are available for each of the next couple days. And click on the one which will be free, which again tomorrow for November 19th, it will be PARX will be the free track. That way you can get these statistical reports for yourself and kind of follow along with this video. The About Us tab on my homepage gives a history of Breeding Winners. The New to Us is if you need to sign up to become a member, click there and follow the instructions how to become a member. And Sire Stats gives a full explanation of how my unique statistics are calculated. And finally, recap. I always give full accountability of how my picks do. And you won't find many public handicappers who do that. But I'm willing to put my record up against anybody's. So now I'll put up the results chart from today's featured race, race 8 at PARX, and my selection Lost Love won by a neck at 2-5 odds, paying that even $7. And so we can add that to my spreadsheet to uh, manage my bankroll, which started at $500. And the wager each day is 1.5% of the current bankroll. So it's been right at $7 since the very beginning, but showing a little bit of a profit. And when we do cash a ticket, then take 7% of the profit and set that aside over into like a rainy day fund. So that's what you see in the far right column there, and that's now up over $6. So for tomorrow, again, we'll go to race 8 at PARX, and my top pick will be number 1, Talking Pharaoh, who is coming off more than 60-day layoff. And if you look at the sire report, sire is American Pharaoh, and over the most recent 3 years, American Pharaoh has produced 187 winners of this type of race, which is not a maiden race. It's for older horses, and it's on dirt. So, in answering those 3 questions, maiden or not maiden, dirt or turf, younger, meaning 2-year-old horses, or older horses, answering those 3 questions gives you 8 different race types. And that's why you'll see on the sire report, on each report, it says race type 1C. And race type 1 is defined as a non-maiden race for older horses on dirt. That's exactly what we have here in race 8. And American Pharaoh has produced 187 of those types of winners over the most recent 3 years. And that's numbers shown there in the column titled Race Frequency. American Pharoah over the most recent 3 years has had a total of 274 dirt wins, but that would include maiden winners and 2-year-olds. Um, the key figure here is in the layoff category. Um, for the layoff category of greater than 60 days, shows 186, which is 86% above the average for those 187 winners winning on greater than 60 days rest. So that's the first thing I look for on my race reports the um, is the layoff figures, and look for ones that are more than 50% above average, so over 150. And um, this race is at 7 furlongs, which is in the distance category of 6.5 to 7.5 furlongs. And for American Pharoah, shows 19% of those 187 winners came in this distance category. So that's a good solid number. Whereas on average, 17% of all races are run in this distance category. So American Pharoah is slightly above average. And we go over to the broodmare sire report. The broodmare sire for Talking Pharaoh is midshipman, and my database has 41 winners of this type of race over the most recent 3 years. That midshipman was listed as the broodmare sire, and the layoff number is 165, so 65% above average. We got well above average for both sides of the breeding, and the distance categories is perfectly fine, and so no problems there. And when we go over to the trainer report, it shows that Esteban Padilla, there's no trainer data available in my database. That tells me that um, the spelling or how that trainer's name is presented, there's a difference between um, what Brisnet has and what my database has. And so I have to go back in and make sure that the names match up, because if they don't match up, then the computer doesn't find the name. So that's the reason for that. It happens every once in a great while, um, but I put much more emphasis on the breeding stats than I do the trainer stats anyway. But it's still nice to look and have statistics for the trainer. So Talking Pharaoh, as his last win came off a long layoff, slightly over 2 month layoff, and wired the field. This horse has good early speed and really always does try to wire the field, and that will be the case tomorrow. So my other selections in the race would be number 7, Navy Rules, who's moving up in class after stalking the early pace to win by a head, going 6.5 furlongs over this track last time out. I think he could handle the rise in track, rise in class, and still be a threat. And number 8 um, tried to wire the field at 6.5 furlongs at this class level last time out, and finished third, missing by a length and a half. But Talking Pharaoh appears to be a little quicker early on than What Does It Take? But What Does It Take could still hang on for a part. So um, my selections for race 8 are 1, Talking Pharaoh, 7, Navy Rules, and 8, What Does It Take? So um, we'll see how well this video comes out. I'm trying to present my information more than having you look at me while I'm talking. So uh, we'll see you again tomorrow.